Welcome to episode 41 of Pineapples and Thorns. Hey guys.
Good morning, Kat.
Good morning.
Happy
Everybody have their
Thanksgiving.
coffee? Oh, happy Thanksgiving. All the Canadians out there.
Happy Columbus Day to everyone else.
We all have our coffee because it's awfully early, and I feel like there's going to be a lot of
It's 11
sleepiness.
a.m. Eastern. It's not terribly early, right?
Bedo's already been up for 6 hours.
Make that 8.
Oh my God, sir.
What
What the
the
heck
heck
happened?
Stress from real life and invaded my sleep. So I was just kind of wide awake suddenly at 3, and when you wake up and if your mind's already working, forget it. You're up.
Well,
Wow.
let's dive right into some CFF news, Peter.
Well, we had the draft war. Well, actually, I need to back up for a moment. First off, Hammer Jam has ended. I hope you all built a Town Hall 2. The clan I'm going to use eventually, because I know everybody is kind of boggled at the moment, is the number 2, too many. Sorry, not the number 2. TWO, 2, too many. There was 11 accounts in there as of Saturday. I think Fado even built one, but I can't remember the name he put on that thing.
Ren Fair Hobo.
That's it. Ren Fair Hobo. The cat's in there with Meow Mix. I'm in there with... Oh, shoot. I forgot the name of my own account.
I am lost as
Yeah,
far as
doesn't
like
matter.
Town Hall 2 names.
Farch
So-
Zanard.
No, I like it. I like different names each time. I'm gonna early shade out J5. Every one of his accounts is J5. It is very hard to tell what he's doing with what account. I think he talks to himself sometimes. It's quite fun. If you're looking for some entertainment, the Rated has got J5 these days. The Town Hall 12 Royal Rumble. I do not have a 12. It's been a long time since I've been a 12, but our very own Kat was there. So we go live to Kat for some on-point record.
Live action reporter here.
Yeah.
It was a fun event. We ended up with 10 people, and Mr. Happy Store slaughtered us all, taking home the title. He was number 2
Oh my!
in the order, and he just trampled us. Let's be brutally honest. He killed us all, and well deserved. He dominated the entire event. Saw some really nice attacks. There was everything ranging from witches to super archers to Lalo. So kudos to Bath and Baker again for putting on a fun event and for everybody showing up. Next month is Town Hall 13.
What number did you roll?
I was number 10.
10, okay. So he already had a head of steam up before he met you.
Yeah. But yeah, I did not triple.
Wow.
So
the draft war. I don't think these results are official because I haven't seen them posted anywhere, but the Knight of Knee has won. And
nice.
he also... the Knight of Knee, won the captain's bet. So he was able to rename all of our accounts. I was tallying up those results, and I happened to use, one of those free pads you get in the mail from our local realtor. So my new Discord name is Jagajula. C-Note has become Sweaty Sock Dollar, and got banned is Update Jones because he was really looking forward to the Town Hall 15 updates. So good job tonight, awesome. And he was very consistent. I don't think anybody tripled the other captain, but he ended up with middle to high 80s on each of his attacks. So that handed him the crown. And I believe it was Got Banned's team that won the overall title. So congratulations to those guys. It was really fun. It was really hectic. I mean, between SCWL, people popping in and out.
Raid weekend.
It was also raid weekend for the last war, and just the general, I think, angst of people gearing up for Town Hall 15, right? Nobody really wanted to be out of clan. So it was challenging, as I think all the captains will agree. Some of the spins were really, really late. We were able to make it up a little bit with shorter prep times, but boy, oh boy. I'm actually kind of glad it's over. I know lots of people look forward to that event. I'll look forward to being a participant next year. Captain is hard.
It's a great event. Hats off to Inc. for putting it together.
Yes, absolutely.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
All right, SCWL. We just stayed in all the leagues we were in. We had a good showing, I think, in Redthorn. We had quite a few 1-stars, but I feel like that wasn't necessarily our guy swinging for the fences. Just there's some good bases out there. You just can't crack them.
Mhm.
And if you hoping for a triple, you just can't get the town hall if you do something wrong. And if you just go for the town hall, well, you end up with a low percentage. So it's hard to really do both, right? You can't swing for the home run and hope to just get a double out of it. So
Yeah, for sure.
I think the rated did well. We were really mismatched. I had a town hall 9 that hit 11s all week and higher sometimes. So yeah, it
It's always
was.
brutal
Yeah,
in the
it's
mixed.
fine. The raid medals
Hmm.
are fantastic on a town hall 9. Although I'm not
Hmm.
upgrading that one anymore, so I just got gems out of it, I think.
Well, I
Yeah.
would say, for a 9 hitting up at least 2 town hall levels. Are baby dragons available at 9?
Yes, they are,
Yep.
and
There you go.
they're quite good.
Yep.
To sneak percentage, and then I just ran kind of a big heavy kill squad towards the town hall and hope for the best.
Exactly. That's all you can do
Yeah,
when you're
raised the
hitting up that
bowlers
high.
close, and yeah. And I think I did end up with two stars over the week, but lots of 1-stars, so we don't have to
Hmm.
talk about that anymore.
I guess let's talk about what everyone's waiting for. Probably the worst kept secret. Town Hall 15 is here.
It's
It's
magic.
magic.
Who's excited and who's upgraded?
Absolutely
Well,
excited. Absolutely. Go ahead, Fado.
where do I begin? So, in the last couple of hours, I have used 2 hammers of heroes, 2 hammers of spells, 2 hammers of fighting, 2 hammers of building, 2 books of everything, books of spells, books of fighting, 2 runes of elixir. And that's the things I remember. But so I think I'm excited.
I
How about you,
assume
Peter?
I assume you owned all those things to start with.
Yes. So there's a 1 week cooldown on those things, but if you buy them far enough in advance, you can basically, um, for the hammers especially, you have one in stock and you just use it, then you immediately buy it and use the next one. And now I
Yes.
have to wait a week, but I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like, I'm taking some of the annoying things out of the equation and removing some of the waiting that would otherwise keep me from wars, because we might have discussed this last time. Like when my heroes are upgrading, I don't like to war, and I don't always just gem them. Um, and frankly, at these town hall levels, what are you going to do without all of your heroes? So
My goodness, yes.
Hmm.
I'm super excited. The chat in RT has been blowing up. Everything from Lolly saying, I don't know what to do next, to, people posting replays. I think Outlaws got Max Titans already. Really happy. I haven't seen the drill work yet, so I'm very excited. There seems to be some energy back in the clan, some
mhm.
I think people
Hmm.
looking forward to stuff. So
Yeah,
Definitely.
there were 11 online not long ago all at
yeah,
once, which is pretty unusual for us, just because people, and it's a weekday.
Hmm.
I mean, it's an update day too. But I was like, all right, this is cool.
And I've taken two of my both my Max 14s up to 15, so I'm not really sure why I did that at the same time, but oh, why not?
how
Um,
about you, Fado? Just the one account?
Just the one account. I feel bad for the one I'm bringing up to 14 because it is going to get a little bit ignored. But by the same token, like Hammer Jam was really good to its walls.
Yeah, yes.
So yeah, I do kind of wish that Hammer Jam was going on now, but they're trying to help people get to the point of being max to upgrade, I guess. So
mhm.
I decided not to take Zarch up, mostly because I've been having a terrible time farming. I haven't been able to climb in trophy count, and I really like farming in Legends. So just Peter, but so far so good. I took a long
Yeah,
time watching videos this morning just to see what everybody kind of thinks is the hotness, and so it's been fun.
yeah. Well, it is going to be fun, sort of trying some of the new toys out, the figuring out what works, what doesn't work, how things work. I think that recall spell is going to be a little tricky, but we'll get into that as we run through the list of what they've given us.
hmm
There's a lot.
Yeah,
you
there
know,
and hit rates are going to be through the roof for a little while here because people are
for
going
some
to
of
be
us.
well, people are going to be. I mean, really, people are going to be focused on offense, and
Yeah.
for the next few days, we all have max heroes um,
Right.
through that 5 day bonus basically
Hmm.
when you upgrade. Um, but and before things get rebalanced because the E Titan is woof. It's game breaking right now.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about from the 10,000 feet up kind of a thing with that they gave us in the developers video and through this sneak peek one. First off, they showed us, the overall look of the update. What do you guys think of the graphics, the colors and everything?
Delighted with the color purple or that violet shade. Purple is one of my favorite colors. Either that or orange was going to be the one. I think maybe Fado said that last week, a couple weeks ago. So, but I'm happy with the purple. Looks good.
Purple, it's real. I think I said this in clan chat. It has the potential to be the best looking of all the town halls.
Mm-hmm.
It just yeah, their artwork game, Supercell's artwork game has really, really you can tell from some of the sceneries over the past year, they're doing a heck of a job. I think I love it.
Yeah, I love the colors and the graphics and you know apologies to our listeners right now because we're going to be a little bit all over the place with this and hopefully we don't miss anything as we're going through it, but there's
Really,
just
there was
so
so
much to
much.
cover. First thing, this morning when you hit that upgrade button, you got the new town hall and you got a free scenery, which was really a nice touch. And then there's, all the different offers in the thing in
The
the shop.
skins,
So
those skins are
we'll get to the
magnificent.
skins, don't worry. But the town hall itself is not getting a new weapon, which is, I actually like that. It's getting an upgrade on the existing defense and giga poison. So I think that is a good thing.
Absolutely. Because Fado's idea of the Goblin King coming out to fight your troops was, yeah, terrifying. The more I thought about it, the more I hated that idea.
And we got new hero levels, but no new hero.
And again,
You
I think
guys.
this is okay
Hmm.
because I already have enough trouble keeping track of my queen on a charge to deploy my royal champ to keep my warden's ability
Hmm.
long enough. So a fifth thing to kind of fuss about what is going to be maybe a little bit more taxing on my old brain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and what
go
what
ahead.
what hero specialty is missing, right? I mean, it, so far you got one that targets defense, one that is ranged, one that's melee, and another
Hmm.
one that's like healing. Like if they were going to add a fifth hero, I don't, that'd be really tricky to figure out what it would do. And like Peter said, how do you manage it all? Maybe it would be almost like what they were doing with pets, where you have 8 pets, but you only get to use 4 at a time.
Hmm. And then they gave us a new level on the clan castle, so that gives us an extra 5 troops on offense and defense.
Which is crazy because that's an extra super minion on defense.
Oh.
Right.
Oh, and you know what we found this morning is, of course, because we're a whatever level 22 clan, we can only donate, or I say only, we can donate 9 troops. Well, anybody who wants balloons, anybody who wants hogs, that's now 10.
Oh.
So you can't fill a clan castle anymore as a max 14 or 15 or whatever we are.
Well, maybe they'll give us that extra perk level.
They can't do it soon enough because that's
Yeah.
just annoying to me.
Yeah. And let's see what else. They've given us new levels on expos, infernos, ADs, mortars, wizard towers, basically everything.
And love the graphics on all these.
Yeah.
But
Um,
nothing on nothing. I mean, there's plenty to upgrade, but I think we said this morning how much we love the colors, but scatters and eagles will remain green for the near future. There's
right. And
no upgrade there.
sweepers as well. Yeah. There's no new level on sweepers, right?
No, no, but I do wonder if they can't for the sole reason that certain air troops could never overcome them, no matter what. So
Yeah. That would be a
if you
huge nerf to air if they did that. And then the storage is get an upgrade as well and traps.
love it,
I know you were lamenting the storages, Fado, but I mean that's an easy way to make your base harder, right? It's a lot of hit points that
Hmm.
some minor whatever Titan is going to have to chew through to. So it's good for slowing
Yeah,
down the troops
for
and
sure.
doesn't add to your war weight.
Yeah, defense isn't really my particular issue with the game, Peter, as you know.
Let's see what else. The lab, the spell factory, pet house. Oh my goodness. Siege workshop and barracks. Like all those things got new levels.
Let's see. Yeah,
And
and the pet house having four. I mean, when you go down that list, that's a lot of elixir, isn't it?
yeah, yeah. And that's what I notice is like so much takes the purple stuff or the dark stuff
Or the green stuff.
or the green stuff.
Yeah.
Army camps, we're getting 20 total new troop space in our offense.
I'm surprised this didn't trickle back to Town Hall 14, to be honest. You know, they seem to do that to the previous Max Town Hall, is just make it that little bit easier.
Hmm.
And I don't mean easier in that way, just, you know, a boost to it.
I
Yeah,
think they did that with the previous army camp upgrade, didn't they?
Ah, perhaps that's why I'm thinking they should have done it again.
Yeah. Oh, I'm saying, yeah, there's a precedent for it.
yeah, maybe it'll trickle down in a future update. So with the lab upgrade, that unlocks new levels on barbs, archers, giants, wall breakers, wizards, miners, and e-drags. And for dark elixir, golems, minions, and witches finally getting some love.
Finally getting some love.
I do wonder what this means for super troops. So in there, you've got super archer, super barbs,
Hmm.
the is a super giant, super wall breakers, obviously super wall breakers. We know what that'll do. Super whiz on Blizzard are already like they're oof, man. I've done a couple of those this morning, and yeah, they're even better. And super minions. Think about that when you look at these. Does it mean they're super? Um, Complement troop is also getting an upgrade because what does a next level super witch look like? What does a next level super minion look like, especially with a fourth in a defensive clan castle?
Yeah,
They,
yeah.
they absolutely are getting that buff, right? They're
They would have
linked.
to.
So it's
Yeah.
I
it's
think so.
another super witch level
Hmm.
and another super wall breaker level, yes.
I imagine we will be doing a lot of FCs real soon, and
Hmm.
it kind of stinks that I used up so much of my upgrades already without touching my army camps yet. So I'm still like, even if we were FCing, I'm still down 20, but that's a Fiddle
Yeah.
problem.
I know I also did not upgrade my army camps. Yeah, I just too much elixir on that first day. Just I used up I think there was a rune in the gold pass. I used that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just I haven't bought any packs yet, but they're looking very juicy right now.
They are very tempting. And yeah, I mean, all our bases are all locked if anybody dropped the new defense, right?
That's right.
Because there is the monolith, and that deals 15% damage of max hit points on tanks. And then those spell towers,
Hmm.
those are going to be crazy,
And they may be the counter to Fado's Blizzard. That poison,
right?
targets the blimp, and then it's there when the blizzard drops, and it looks
Yeah.
ferocious.
And that invisibility spell, too.
All I'm saying is get your hits in now. Get your hits in now.
Oh, it's been a fun day in Legends so far.
Good man.
And it's those spell defenses, they continue to spit out the spells until they're destroyed. It's not just one spell that they spit out.
And even if you freeze it, destroy it, if it had it loaded, it's still going to drop it, which is kind of
Right.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
The some of those upgrades were kind of weird, like that jump spell going to 100 seconds. That's humongous. Like that's drop the jump before you drop any troops. That's
Yeah.
just crazy length of time.
That's like half the attack
Yeah.
of 3 minutes.
I was a little disappointed with the bat spell only getting one more bat. I mean, I guess they have to do it slowly but surely, but gosh, one
Oh,
bat on 20 is not really a big thing for, I think it's 18 days of upgrade time, so I may
yeah.
save that one till later.
It's, I mean, bats are pretty strong. I saw a C note use bats on an attack this morning and it was crazy. So let's see. We got new hero pets, 4 new hero pets. You want to talk about those, Beto? I know you're all about the hero pets.
Well, it really, I like that it used to be, as soon as you unlock your, the level 4 pet shop thingy, bob pet house, that you set your pets to the heroes and you forget it. Like, when
Hmm.
was the last time you went in and said, I think I'm going to use Lassie with my king this time and move the yak over here, right? No, like whoever never.
Never.
Never. So
No.
now, like, it gives you an extra dimension. Like, it opens up possibilities for you. And especially when you pair it with the recall, you finally figure out what the troop capacity of a pet is. But
20.
yeah, exactly. Like, I think I think I'm most excited to use Diggy because I Diggy his name, and the Phoenix looks really cool. Like the little egg brings up
Hmm.
a brief revival, and the little guy is sitting there like a mini dragon almost.
Yeah.
Those were the two that really jumped out at me. Um, so yeah, I'm excited, and I'm also excited to take my times doing some upgrades so that the really smart people will be throwing out a million YouTube videos on like types of combinations.
Hmm.
Let other people do some of the work too.
I agree. I mean, there's so much to absorb in this update, and trying to figure out which pet is most effective with which hero. That's, something I look forward to watching the different content creators playing around and figuring out some of the hard stuff for us, the rest of us.
Peter, you mentioned the Phoenix and Diggy, and then there's also Frosty. He appears to be some giant walrus. I think those little frost spirits look very effective, especially maybe paired with the king. Slow those
Hmm.
defenses down, make him even tankier. And then the last one was the poison lizard. I'm very disappointed they couldn't come up with a better name than poison lizard, but that one looks again just amazing. Once your hero dies, it's just going to go target the nearest enemy hero. So that'll be, something else. I think that could pair well with the royal champ.
I think
Yeah.
it's really cool, like tip of the hat to Kronk because that was the name of his band in high school was Poison Lizard.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah,
That's awesome. You must be Darian in disguise, coming up with new names. So the Phoenix revives the hero from the dead, gives you a 10-second rebirth.
Again, this just blows my mind. I think of all the times my royal champ just couldn't quite finish off that last defense,
Hmm.
Inferno Tower probably, and then everything just dies as it kind of comes in range. Imagine that extra 10 seconds of RC beating on that thing.
Yeah.
Plus the Phoenix is like Fado said, dragon-ish fire. Looks good.
it'll be pretty cool when like it's that 10 seconds of extra life that gets me like really close to taking down the last defense.
But it's going to take a while to get those things maxed out because there's 10 levels of each, right?
And still no sign of a pet potion, pet book. I mean, it's
Nope.
all based on heroes. I think
No,
we all know
yeah,
the queen is the first priority. Well, maybe we haven't decided that, but just
yeah, and it's not impacted by any boosts whatsoever, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's a potion for everything but pets.
Speaking of potions, we got a new potion. A spell. Well, not a potion, a spell. Recall. That is going to be a game changer, I think.
I think in the hands of the pros, maybe, but I think for the rest of us, I'm not sure.
They have the pros and the schmoes. Is that what you're saying?
The pros and the Joes. That's right.
It could be really interesting on suicide attacks where, maybe you could throw in an ice golem and three headhunters at, a hero that's kind of towards the outside. Um,
Hmm.
do a, maybe another hero in with it to cover your 45 troop space or something and
Yeah.
or 90 troop space and, throw them into a different corner.
Yes, and I forget who showed, Queen charge the Eagle, then turn around and Queen charge a Scatter on the opposite side of the base. I mean, this stuff is amazing. Well,
Hmm.
I think he lost a couple of healers, but he just moved over a little bit, and then the healers drifted across and kept going with it. Very interesting stuff.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun to play around with that for sure. And actually, that one is available at Town Hall 13, so the 13s can make use of it.
I'm gonna have to go upgrade my spell factory.
to do on your 13th.
Yeah.
And then Fado was talking about the new siege, the battle drill. It targets defenses and travels underground and stuns defenses and breaks walls, it says.
Yeah, and anyone in Redthorn want to try out a Max one, just hit me up. I that was where a couple of my hammers, etc., were used. I made sure I could get that bad boy to level 2 so I could donate a 4. Um, yeah, that's another one where there's gonna be a lot of trial and error with a lot of this new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Funny, the recall spell and battle drill come up right back to back because I can see those. You know, I wouldn't say it's as like high risk as say Skelly Donut, but you know, a plan that is heavy use of like the recall spell can go awry pretty quickly. And the battle drill, like pathing is going to be really important, right? If a Tesla
Mm-hmm.
pops and suddenly your drill is off hitting cannons instead of, the scatter. Um,
Hmm.
very interesting to think about.
I like it because I think it marries very well with the miners upgrade
Mm-hmm.
and the heal spell upgrade. So now it seems to be a boost to hybrid to me. Now you can throw the drill in there, so it's extra punch right where you want it. So interesting.
Yeah, I like that.
So maybe I didn't watch the videos closely enough, but is the battle drill like the log launcher or the wall wrecker in that it slowly loses health even if it's not targeted?
I don't know that either. I'll come grab one from you and let you know.
Yeah, that's a good question. Then one thing that they did mention, and we will go through some of the patch notes, is that they've done a bit of a tweak to ground, underground troops, miners, the drill thing. There was one other
Diggy,
that Diggy, yes, that now poison will not affect them when they're underground. So that means that if they take down the town hall, the giga poison, as long as they're underground, should not affect them.
which is really neat, right?
Yeah,
I mean, there's some lingering effect from poison, right? I'm thinking of the town hall poison. It slows my troops down for quite a couple of seconds. So
it
maybe
might
they're
slow
not
them down.
right.
Yeah.
Maybe not taking damage, but they're going to be slow for a moment.
Right. And then if people have the poison loaded in those spell towers, then
Yes.
that poison would not affect them either while they're underground. As soon as they pop up, it's going to take them out. But
But
it's a
again,
little bit
looks
of
like
a.
another hybrid buff.
Mm-hmm. And then we got a new troop, the Electro Titan. I love the look of this troop.
Yeah, the videos I've been watching have left people a little afraid because for the first couple of videos you're like, oh my god, how's anyone going to triple a Town Hall 15?
Right.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
then there was a couple videos I watched. Itsu was like, well, here comes the spam, folks. Um, but I it'll be interesting to see how people might work those into an army rather than just saying, well, here's 10 of them.
Yeah, I know Sir Moose had thrown out this, just use like 10 Electro Titans and some bats and you'll crush every base. Well, I haven't found them to be that OP quite, frankly, for at least for me. What I've done is I've thrown them into because I did max my Electro Titans this morning. And I just am replacing my Super Bowlers with them. And it's working quite well. I've
Right.
time failed a couple of
Right.
times, but it's super strong. Quite liking them.
The one video I saw versus a hound, because
Mm-hmm.
the Electro Titan, of course, targets air and ground. So
That's
super
right.
duper against the hound defensive CC. The pups popped, collapsed on the Titan, and died to the aura of the Titan.
Wow.
Very, very interesting change. I don't know
Yeah,
how we're going to
so
use it, but
that's a good question. Do you think people will switch to maybe a an ice hound instead of a regular hound because ice hounds are a bit tankier, so it takes longer?
very, very, very possible. I mean, we certainly have the room in the defensive CC now by going to 50 troop spots.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Pedro, you had an idea in clan chat this morning about the defensive CC and the Electro Titan.
Yeah, I mean, could you throw either, you don't want to necessarily do a Yeti with an Electric Titan because they seem about the same speed, but
Hmm.
imagine like maybe a little bit of trash, a couple headhunters and Titan. Could that work? It'd be interesting. It's going to be really interesting to see what what people are going to try. So when's the next competitive tournament? Because a lot of
Yeah,
the pros are going to be pretty far along already.
if they're not done already.
Well, those would be really well-funded pros now, wouldn't they? I don't think anyone's done. I've seen the analysis done by upgrade time and resources, but I wonder what that equates to in cold hard cash.
Mm.
I think there was a couple of people of content creators that were planning on gemming everything to max this morning. Galadon is one of them, and I think I saw something about Susie was planning on doing it as well.
Well,
Good for
Susie had
her.
to work on her walls first.
Did she? Well, she better not be rushing.
Speaking of walls, did you notice the cost? I think I had wall rings, so I thought, oh, I'll use some of these up. It was
Yeah.
8 wall rings per wall. My gosh.
I think it's like 8 million per wall or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Well, I mean, inflation has swept the world.
exactly. Even in Clash of Clans, we got a nerf on a few things as well. Some nerfs. Super minions on defense will only do 3 shots instead of 5 now. So I think that is pretty big as far as defensive super minions.
It is because all these years or months or whatever you want to say, a couple of years later after Super Minions debuted, they're still a pain in the behind. A lot of, especially if you're doing a queen charge,
Mm-hmm.
and you have a lot going on, and if you just misdrop a spell, it gets really costly to save your queen suddenly.
Yes.
Yeah.
I often find I don't even drop the poison until after the 3rd shot, so yeah, I'm going to be able to save a whole spell slot.
We already
Recall that queen.
recall it. We already talked about the poison effect on the underground troops, so that's going to be, like you said, Peter, a nice little buff to hybrid, perhaps. I'll have to give that a try later. And they didn't do much anywhere else. Clan Capital, thank goodness they didn't do anything except give us a prioritized flag. So for those that are still upgrading their clan capitals, you can. And people don't know what to upgrade. You can flag it, do this, so they know what to upgrade.
And that's just co-leaders can do that. So still, it's resting on the leadership
Leaders.
of the clans to manage clan capital.
Yeah, and then this is interesting. They've adjusted the season challenges. They're customized now to the player's town hall level, so that all tasks are achievable.
Now, I didn't quite understand that. I thought season challenges, you got troops handed to you. Are we not talking about the in-game challenges? We're talking about
The gold pass challenges, where
yes, okay.
like you would never be able to get 5 million elixir in a month with a town hall 2, for instance, or whatever.
Or Town Hall 9, like, for example, or even some of my other lower ones, like, well, especially Town Hall 9, like, you can't take a certain siege machine, or you can't take any siege machines. So some of those challenges were out of reach for me on my 9.
Well, I think that's a great deal.
Yeah.
They did give us those early town hall challenges that, gave us those extra resources. So they certainly were capable of splitting the challenges across town halls. So that's great.
Yeah. And I'm sure some of us woke up to noticing that they've rearranged your Supercell IDs.
Yes, full panic set in for me.
Yes.
Both Peter and Zarch were at the top of that, and I have all those little 9s with, funny names, clap at a tree, heal the grass. So suddenly Peter is not there. Zarch is not there. I said, oh my God, they deleted my accounts. That's the first thing I thought of.
If they finally caught up to you and banned you, huh?
Banned me. Yeah, that was it.
It's an alphabetical order. But here's my thing. Give us the ability to arrange those by the accounts that you play most often. You should be able to sort them in the order that you want your accounts.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. The last one played is the one at the top.
Yeah. Because, I was looking, certain of my accounts do not start with K. So they're way at the bottom.
I'm mad that they still don't show the town hall that it is. So I'm looking down that list going,
Yeah.
which one am I need to look at? So
See, that
anyway,
would only affect you if you were J5 and had all your accounts the
yeah,
same.
he's going to be sad this morning, I think. He's going to be like, I don't have
He,
any
he,
heroes in this account. Oh,
he did notice already I was in game and he had mentioned, oh, my accounts are out of order.
poor guy.
I laughed. So we have some other goodies. Let's talk about these because they are near and dear to my heart.
Yes.
The
Here
hero
we go.
skins. The hero skins. Oh my gosh. I'm in
All right.
love.
This is the part of the podcast we can all the listeners can just hit the X2 button. Because it's just going to be all of us gushing about skins. Ready, set, go.
They
No,
are
don't
gorgeous.
do that. Don't do that.
You go first, Kat. Did you buy them already?
I have not bought them all, but I have a serious case of wanting to press the purchase button. I bought the queen skin so far.
So no new groceries in Kat's house this week because she's
That's right.
buying hero skins.
No one's eating.
No one's eating.
We don't need heat. Perfect. We're good.
They
How
are
about
gorgeous, aren't they? They really are.
They really are.
The scenery
Yeah.
is just kind of there. Um,
The free scenery, I'm fine with. The scenery that they've got for purchase, I'm not terribly excited about. But the skins, for sure, I'll be buying.
which one is your favorite, Fado?
oh gosh. Funny you should ask because Kat and I were talking about this right before we got on, and it's like it's impossible. It's like asking me to choose between Coke Zero and Coke Zero Dream World. My sponsors. Um, they all look great. They really do. It's such a unified theme, and it fits with the town hall.
Mhm.
Um, like I said, just fantastic job to the artist.
I really appreciate the Royal Champ not having that Seeking Shield and now has that hunting falcon or crow or whatever that bird is. I think that looks really sharp.
Yeah, and I love the warden has wings. I think that's cool. I just love the whole color scheme of it, and even the Barb King.
Now, Kat, when you hit the Queen ability with that skin, what do you get for your baby archers?
I haven't done an attack with her yet, so
Oh,
I'll have to do that after. But 'cause I just bought her this morning, right? But they're supposed to have when they spawn their little archers and barbs. They're supposed to be the same theme, the same way as like
the
uh,
glowing sword and the glowing bow. Oh, that'll be
yeah, they
great.
all had little glowing swords and bows. So to me, that just makes when I play, it's more enjoyable because I get distracted and watch the hero ability go off instead of paying attention to my attack.
Oh boy.
Has anybody done the special challenges that they gave us this morning?
I have not even looked at them yet, to be honest.
Yeah, there's two of them.
Yeah, I was aware of them but haven't opened them yet. I've been too busy in my brain fog trying to figure out like what would I the optimal usage of my resources, right? Oh, I've got say 4.5 million elixir. Do I need I'm doing all sorts of math and saying, oh, should I just spend 25 War League medals to buy a little extra so I can upgrade this? And then,
Mhm.
all doing all that stuff, and I haven't even there's just so much,
So much.
Yeah,
and I'll pop it open real quick. You've actually got 10 days to do that challenge, so
yeah,
both of them. So I'll get to it. A book of heroes is one heck of a reward.
it is.
Agreed.
Yeah, definitely worth it for that one.
Mhm.
There'll be tons of how-to videos out later today, I'm sure. So definitely want to do that because they have the magic challenge and then they have the epic magic challenge. So it's the same base. It's just that on the second one they give you less troops and more defenses to get through. And that one you only get 15 gems
Only.
only. So,
And then
so
that update
overall,
pack with the 3 ruins of gold and the
oh
3 ruins
yeah.
of elixir, yeah, that one's very tempting. Especially as Fado and I found out we run out of elixir rather quickly, even
Mhm.
before army camps are in the mix. So
Yeah, well, they have the update mega pack, which is an amazing value if you have a lot of money.
right.
So, I'm sure a few people have purchased that this morning already. I've heard a few people say their town hall maxed already, and a number of other things.
Well,
They were,
Coca-Cola Inc. is going to be sending me money at some point, Kat, and then maybe we can all chip in and take that huge sponsorship money and throw it at your upgrades.
Yeah, sponsorship are available. Coca-Cola, hit Fado up. We'll be glad to take your money and plug your product. Overall, I think 15 looks amazing. I think it looks really challenging in a lot of ways. But I'm excited to spend the next 18 months trying to max it on 2 accounts.
It's a
Yeah,
little daunting, isn't it? I mean,
where
Yeah.
do you think you're going to get hung up? Is it for me? And I think you guys will say the same thing. I think it's going to be pets.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a grind.
That's a lot of dark elixir.
Yeah.
and I think there's somewhat of an appeal to try them all, or I
Hmm.
guess see the pros try them all, and of course the top end one is the Phoenix, so that's the one they're going to aim for quickly.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I'm going to enjoy the ride a little bit, just see what
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah. I don't want to rush, to get everything maxed because, part of the fun is doing the farming, much as we complain about it. And right now they have the 4 times star bonus challenge on. So it's a great time to spend some time in game farming and maxing out, your gold and elixir so you can help yourself upgrade.
Does the 4x bonus also apply to builder base? Weren't they talking about a builder base rework
They
at some
are.
They,
point?
yeah,
I think it's going to
that's
happen.
probably December, January for their next update. Because they still have to drop their little, unless they rolled it in with this, but I haven't seen anything about it. Normally they give us a little bit of a Halloween update,
Right. I think that's still
but
coming.
yeah, I haven't seen anything about that. So that might be a little bit of a mini update next week or something.
Yeah, the Halloween update paired with the theme of Town Hall 15 is going to look super.
Mm-hmm.
It's just too bad that we're not all going to have like a lot of purple stuff in our base for this Halloween, but probably, for next one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll be fun. So let's swing back a little bit, Peter. We talked a little bit about the Town Hall 2 accounts. So what would you think of this game if you're brand new to this game right now, you guys, and you created your Town Hall 2, you're really excited about learning how to play the game, and you see Town Hall 15 dropping, and you're like, is it even attainable for someone to think, I'm starting this game with my only account, Town Hall 2? Am I ever going to reach Town Hall 15 max, or has Supercell leveled up the game to the point that new players will just get frustrated?
That's an excellent question. When I started those new accounts last Christmas, after Magnus posted the thing about the wall reduction and then how much less time it could take, I never really thought those accounts would ever get to max. I was just going to play them as, a Town Hall 9 forever, Town Hall 10 forever, just to have the range of play again.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's daunting. Some of the other mobile games we play have worlds, and the worlds spawn, once a month, and new players go into those worlds and they get protection from the lifer players until, a certain time, right? Whatever it is, on 90 or 120 days before your world opens to
Mm-hmm.
migration. I think Supercell may need something like that. I mean, right away, as soon as you join a clan, you're in with 14s, you're in with 11s, and you're a Town Hall 6 or Town Hall 2 right now.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know what their real long term thought is, other than they make it very easy to progress quickly, right? We already saw reductions in costs of many things. Town Hall, I forget, Town Hall 12 and down, maybe. Town Hall
Mm-hmm.
13? No, Town Hall 12 and down.
Hmm.
So, I don't know. I've been trying to get my wife to join, and, she watches my attacks and then does whatever she was doing and just said, it didn't really appeal to her, but I wonder really what someone dedicated could think of it. What do you think, Fado?
I think someone would lose interest along the way, because by the time, if you were to start a new account on October 10th, 2022, you might get to 11 or 12 by the time Town Hall 16 drops, if there's going to be one. So it's like, you're always just chasing it. Let's face it, the game's over 10 years old. Who knows what may come up for other people to be competing for a player like that's attention at that point in time. So
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, we all have Town Hall 2s right now. and it's easy to start a new account. I mean,
Mhm.
theoretically, we could make a whole podcast series on someone who's just hammering the upgrades as fast as they can, as orderly as they can without like gemming, and just follow that progress and just be like, okay, well, in 6 months, are you at like you probably at Town Hall 9 after about 6 months? Is that right?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But then it probably really starts to slow down.
Yeah, I mean, Town Hall 10 upgrades are longer again. There's more to do, right? They just keep adding to it. What did you think of that, Kat? I mean, you posed the question to us, but obviously
Yeah.
you must have had a thought in
I don't
mind.
know. If I was brand new to the game and I was starting, I mean, the lower levels are a lot of fun to play, but I think, yeah, if I was, I would need someone to tell me, first of all, don't try and rush up to the higher levels because, there's not a lot of guidance in that regard for people just starting out, other than you have to place all your defenses before you can move up again. So that's kind of a nice check and balance. But yeah, I think I would probably get a little frustrated after a while simply because there's not a lot of clans
Ah,
that
yes.
take the lower levels anymore.
Hmm.
So unless you're lucky enough to stumble onto, some of the CFF clans or similar clans like that outside of the CFF where they are willing to take you in. I mean, people are looking for, 13, 14, 15 now, right?
That is such an excellent point, because how much of your loot comes from randoms and CWL? I mean, it's a
Mm-hmm.
healthy chunk. That
Yeah.
really helps things.
Sure.
And just, having other players to kind of talk to and guide you on what you're supposed to be doing and learning new attacks. Because if you end up into just some random clan that, maybe they're not as well connected or informed about the game itself, you might not get a lot of help. So,
Yeah, and who's out there posting videos of Town Hall 10 attacks these days?
Right, anything you look at is 2 or
mhm.
3 or 4 years old.
Yeah.
And it still works. It still works, but it's just that it's not new.
Yeah. But, if I was like a brand new, say, Town Hall 9, like, how do I queen charge? What attacks work at 9? Your options on finding that information are somewhat limited. So,
And we've said this many times that we continue to play this game because of the people we have met.
mhm.
As a new player, right, we are in I'm going to say almost a closed clan, right? I mean, we're full all the time.
Yeah,
We shuffle accounts just to make room for our regulars, which, how can we have 55 regulars? But it's just what happens. You can't break into that relationship because you're new and we don't really have room.
exactly. Well, and we even opened up a second clan and it's full. So, and that clan is for basically Town Hall 7 to, well, 15 now. But it filled up immediately with people bringing their friends in,
Yeah, it was
people
great to
coming
see
back to play.
some names that we'd seen in the past, 2 or
Hmm.
3 years ago.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. I mean, it's just, something for people to think about. And one thing I wanted to talk about is we have a little list that we've all put together. The top 6 things that you plan to upgrade first with Tunnel 15. We'll go through and each of us give our number 6, then 5.
Okay, so I'll kick this off.
What's your number 6?
I I think we're all going to be naming pretty close to the same six.
Hmm?
So I'll give a little color as to why I chose mine. Number six was the Siege Factory, because um, I want to figure out the digger thingy mabobber, and if other people want to try as well, having it unlocked allows me to donate. So it was one of the first things I did today.
That's very kind of you, Fado. I'm very happy to have you as a clanmate. I did not gem mine. It is under upgrade at the moment. My number 6 was the heal spell, working towards that Queen Charge hybrid
Ah,
pump.
nice. My number 6 is the Siege Factory as well. Mine's under upgrade, but it's just because I ran out of hammers and books and things like that. So that's my number 6 because I do want to use Diggy, or no, that's not Diggy. The drill
the
thing.
The drill
the
thing.
yeah, the
Oh, drill
drill.
thing. More
It
coffee,
digs.
please.
It digs. So,
What's
but
your number
drills.
5?
My number five was the lab. Um, uh, Another thing that I used either a hammer or a book or something on, because uh, not only do we have new troops, those also have levels.
Hmm.
But the main driver for it was actually back to my number six. I wanted to be able to donate max drills. So I really quickly used a book to upgrade my drill to level 2 so I can donate max.
Nice.
And again, I thank you for being such a generous clanmate.
I think of others. And it's just like my attacking style. I really I'm empathetic to the defense, and you know,
You're
Be
such a
kind
good
to it.
Joe.
Peter?
My number 5 was to upgrade the Titan with the same idea that maybe we could
Ooh,
donate those around and maybe use a little bit of, spam of
mhm.
Titans while they're still remain broken.
Good idea. My number 5 was the army camps. I've upgraded one so far. They cost a lot. A long, long work in progress.
And did you book that or did you hammer that or
I used a book.
a book? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Theodore, what's your number 4?
number 4 is the barracks to unlock the Titan. So that my E
Brilliant.
Titan is excellent, just a level 1. Haven't done anything with that in the lab, but wanted to unlock the new troop.
My number 4 is also the barracks, and for similar reasons, but also because for the next 3 or 5 days, I believe it is, we get max troops, so that lets us
Yep.
play with the max bat spell, the max miner, the max or whatever everything is in there, the golem and the witches and everything. So just to get a little bit of playtime.
And my number 4 also was the barrack because, yeah, I wanted the Titan. So I unlocked her. And
All right.
number 3.
My number 3, the spell factory. Need to get that recall spell. Need to play. I can also donate max because that was one of those that um, I, you know, as a Town Hall 14 that maxed in January, and I was not, I was way behind even then. Um, I've
Yeah.
we've had books of spells coming out of our ears for a long time, right? So I really quickly did some books on those. I'm now upgrading to a level 4 as I look at my tablet.
Ooh. My number 3 was also the Spell Factory.
Mhm.
And thanks very much to Supercell for letting us continue to cook spells even when the factory's under upgrade.
Yes.
I did not book that one. That one is just cooking away. I think 17 and a half days to go.
Ouch.
Yeah,
Those were dark days in the game, weren't they?
very.
Oh my goodness, that stunk.
Yeah.
My number 3 is also the Spell Factory for all the previous reasons.
Well then, aren't we a unique set?
We are.
All right, number 2. I'm guessing. Um, come on now, we're all gonna have the same thing, right? The clan castle. Give me the extra 5 troop space. Every little bit helps, and I'm excited to see what different combinations we can use, both attacking and defending.
Hmm. Peter?
I actually did not pick the clan castle. I picked the lab for
Oh,
all those new troops and new levels just to be able to take advantage,
I also, as my number 2, have the lab
which must mean you have as your number 1.
lab
Well,
castle.
well, see, did I cheat? Um, because it says what are the top 6 things you're going to plan to upgrade when 15 drops. So my number 1 was the town hall. Um,
Oh.
Oh,
so that's a boring one, and I probably should have just assumed. The one I have left out that it looks pretty good to me, that you guys have already mentioned, the 20 extra troop space offered by upgrading all 4 camps.
Hmm.
But I have a lot of builders busy on storages at the moment, so it's I'll get to that next.
For sure. Yeah. How
and my
about you,
number
Peter?
1 was the clan castle. Just offense,
Hmm.
defense. I think that's going to be very
Yeah.
interesting. Like Fido said, the combinations now that are possible again. Double P.E.K.K.A. Wow, that's a lot of hit points coming back at you.
Hmm.
Just some weird and wonderful things can happen.
Yeah, it really opens up mm, combinations that maybe you wished you could try and on defense and you haven't been able to because you just didn't have the space, or even on offense.
Or even on offense, that's right.
Yeah.
Or just dump 50 archers in and make it
Oh
take
my God.
forever to get a full pull.
Remember how I said you were a nice clanmate? Ooh.
That would take
Change
6
your
people
mind.
to fill.
It
It would
would.
take 6 people to fill.
Can you imagine, eh?
Oh,
Oh, gosh.
brutal. We're down to shoutouts.
All right, I want to shout out Supercell. Thanks for Town Hall 15. It looks beautiful. I'm excited to see where the game goes. I'm going to repeat a shout out to Inc. for the draft war. My previous shout out was for him organizing it. This one is also for organizing it because it was a really fun event. So thanks to Inc. And all the CFF for participating.
Peter?
My shout out is to actually you, Kat, for all the behind the scenes stuff you did on the clan war, the draft war. I don't even know how much you did for C Note, let alone how much you did for everyone else between rules and hosting the initial draft. So thank you very much.
You're welcome. And my shout out is going to sort of repeat as well. I wanted to shout out Inc. for organizing the draft war and for all the guys stepping up as captains. It was a lot of work running those things. And I don't think people who participate in the events probably aren't aware of just how much work goes on behind the scenes to put these things on and have them run what appears to be smoothly on the outside. But there's a lot going on behind the scenes to make these things work. So shout out to everybody involved. And shade outs. Fado, do you have any shade outs?
Yeah, a couple shade outs. One, come on, folks, please don't miss your CWL attacks, please. It ended up costing one person some bonus medals in Red Thorn. And a shade out to Vlad Putin. Suck it.
My shade out is to everyone who missed the spin in the draft war. Boy, it was stressful as captains. The 12 o'clock spin, I think it was on Friday for me. I think I had a 2-hour lunch that day, just begging people to join. Oh, could you please? Could you? And then I'm looking for subs. I sent you DM, and I really apologize, Kat. I know that's your heavy work day, and I think I was not the only one DMing you. But I was at a loss. Who else can I pick? Who else? So I just started sending invites to every co-leader in Redthorn. Would you mind? Could you please? I'm missing some 14s. So
Yeah.
shade out to all you people who missed the spin.
And a little bit of a shout out to the people who stepped up to sub for the various captains, because that was really much appreciated.
I would have stalled the event if we didn't have those subs. They were so important.
Yeah, for sure. And my shade out is to all those who missed their attacks in the draft war. You just don't do those things.
Yeah.
It's a friendly army, people. Log in and drop a bunch of E-drags.
Exactly. Yeah. It was a 24-hour war, so really, really no reason to miss.
No reason.
So thank you everybody for listening. The CFF is a family of clans in games such as Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, and many of the other Supercell games. We love to provide content via podcasts and other media. You can visit the Clash Files Discord to apply to any of our clans or to support our pods and events. As always, please send us your comments, ideas, and questions on Twitter at RedthornCoc or join the Clash Files Discord at discord.gg/clashfiles.